What's up, people? I'm T-Bird Huck.
Hey, and I'm Bob Miz. Me and Huck have been around the music scene in Joliet for a long time.
You know, Joliet's always been known for its great local music scene. From the smokestacks of the steel mills, up the waterways, past the farms and the prisons, to blue-collar community that gave rise to a stew of musical styles. From country, blues, rock and roll, polka, Motown, R&B, you name it. You could find it from the highbrow dinner clubs on down through the taverns and the smoke-filled bars.
That's right.
Throughout our city of champions, and still today can be found.
Yeah, still today. And just like a lot of kids, you know, we're no different. We started banging around on guitars, 1964. We're inspired by the American invasion of the Beatles and some of the rockers, and, you know, we're still doing it today. We had dreams of rocking out to the screams of the teenage girls. Meanwhile, George and Kathy Knezovic were about to kickstart a dream of their own. Opening up a retail music store. How about that?
Well, as legend had it, George came home from his job. He was a manager of a local music store, and he had a question for his wife, Kathy. He said, "The owners want to sell. What do you think?" Kathy said, "Yes." And what followed was 47 years of business success and service to area musicians like you and I.
That's right, and we feel particularly touched by that because that's about how long Harv and I have been playing since the time they opened up, when you stop and think about it.
Exactly.
But sadly, you know, George, who we love so much, he passed away in 1996. And so for the last 16 years, Kathy and a few loyal employees of hers carried on what's now become a tradition for nearly 50 years. But time moves on. Kathy decided to move on too. And so now it brings us to an end of an era.
Yep. So we thought that, you know, we'd pay tribute to George and Kathy for their hard work, dedication, and love of music that inspired so many of us.
That's right, Bird. So we invited friends over to the music store and put together what we call the George K's Music Farewell Tribute Jam, okay? Never get that on the album cover.
No.
So we wanted to give you a little peek at what went down if you weren't able to make it that night. So let's take a look.
Hey, you got my truck?
Where all my friends, they gather round to that saloon in our favorite part of town. They lift their glasses to make a toast. But hey now people, you know I've got the toast with the most. I was just a kid, man, growing on up. My folks played penny ante poker with the relatives and such. There was a toast I remember to this day. My mother raised her glass and she would say, "We're here's to it and from it to it again. If you don't do it when you get to it, you might not get to it."
So let's get into some music. Ronnie Kramerich is a guy that has been around the Joliet area for many years. He's best known for his tremendous accordion and button box abilities in playing polkas. He's a regular